New update to Gran Turismo 7, new changes incoming. This last update was very divisive to the Gran Turismo community, all due to the new physics set being implemented. This is a very interesting topic as the physics indeed changed in a very drastic way and they needed to be changed. This new patch changed a few things besides the physics. Most interesting for me were the controller settings and force feedback adjustments that I'm feeling on the Fanatec DD1. Let's start with that first. Firstly, this patch adjusted the relationship between the controller inputs, the analog stick, the R2 button, accelerator pedal on a steering wheel controller, and the position of the throttle. This should give controller users more fine control over areas where finesse is required. As for Fanatec settings, the force feedback was indeed changed up for the better. I am not feeling any longer that rhythmic feedback past the slip angle of the tire that I've complained in this video. Many others were feeling the same thing with multiple wheels. So the feeling is more now on the natural side, closer to what Gran Turismo Sport was able to provide. It's still missing some suspension details, but we can see that Polyphony Digital is bringing some stuff back that worked really well in Gran Turismo Sport. I can't comment on the controller part of this update, so please, any controller users, let us know how you experience it now. That would be helpful for everybody. We are now going to the big topic, but before going, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe as more analysis will be coming for GT7. So, physics time. Sit down, as this topic is a bit of a doozy. A few things needed to be fixed from the launch of Gran Turismo 7. The way some cars, mainly in the Group 3, negotiated over the curbs in all stages, so climbing them, being in the curb, and getting out of them. Also needed to be fixed was how some MR and RR cars were death on wheels. If you remember, the ODR rate was especially broken.
Look how they mess with my boy.
Well, they fixed all of it, but in doing so, Gran Turismo's physics now are massively different. These issues were specifically addressed in the point, adjust the geometry calculations algorithm for the suspension. This has resulted in improved traction for rear-wheel drive cars and lessened reactions to weight transfer. Okay, first the curbs. Most of them are rideable or attackable in similar ways real cars, or even in some sims like ACC, these cars are. This topic was talked about in Twitter with Key25, where some examples were shown of real-life cars smashing into curbs like you should smash the like button of this video. Summing it up, yeah, it's moving definitely in the right direction, so suspension is definitely working correctly in this case. However, and this is the main issue that will plague Gran Turismo 7 for a while now, these changes also affected the way the cars handle massively, and it's not good at all, at least in my opinion. If anything, I think the end result might be a negative one as of this moment. First of all, what is going to be noticeable from the get-go, no matter what car is chosen, is that there is a massive amount of understeer that borders the comical. Some of it can be mitigated with the brake bias option coming back. But generally, all cars in Group 3 class that I've tried are exhibiting a massive difficulty to turn around, all based on the understeer the cars are exhibiting. This is independent of the engine layout. Part of it is related to suspension changes, another part seems to be, at least in my opinion, related to the amount of longitudinal grip the tire seems to be having. The only car that I could break traction of the tires by throttling it up was the AMG Group 3. All other cars felt on rails if you were throttling up. You would need to purposefully be aggressive with the car in order to lose control. At the beginning, it seems to me that the formula was picking some cues from Gran Turismo Sport. Nothing wrong in that, in reality, it should be done in my opinion. Though, the more I played, the more I've come to the conclusion that the amount of traction at the rear was way too much. There's always this talk in Gran Turismo about the traction control being at 0 to be faster, that traction control hasn't been properly implemented, or the way it was implemented is done with a completely different objective. However, even if we put that the TC system is used and with great effect in real cars aside for a moment, back in GT Sport, the rear grip was far smaller. There was a smaller window of grip compared to Gran Turismo 7. In essence, some finesse, some nuance has been diluted with the amount of grip available in this new patch. Then I went to try these physics changes in drifting.
And I found this.
This issue happens no matter what the car, no matter if it's drift trial or time attack. I am unsure what this is showing. If this could be the reason why cars feel too grippy now, like if it was some sort of half-baked traction control even when the TC dial is off, or if it's just a current bug unrelated to the physics that we are experiencing at the moment. Something somewhere is currently messed up and does require some change. If the physics were done in one direction, the new changes change to the other one. Therefore, I think a lot is still in need to be dialed in. So I think that Gran Turismo will suffer a time where we're gonna see often some massive gameplay changing updates, and then in the future, maybe we'll have the updates that are more like fine-tuning the physics. In the middle of all of this physics talk, the Group B BOP also suffered some adjustments. You could check this handy-dandy chart from Twitter user GT Engine. Now, let us know what you think about the new changes. Are you enjoying them? Are you not enjoying them? What you think it should be better? If you like this video, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and also check the video on the left side. Thanks for watching.